Intersection is where the two lines or segments cross. They share that same point in both of the lines and the ray in this case. That's where you would put a traffic light. If you don't have a traffic light there, you're apt to have an accident there because the point where they intersect is shared by both roads. Bisect is similar to intersection. It means to cross, but bisect means to cross in a particular way. Let's say we have two line segments. And then we'll have a longer one here. Let's call this one A and B, and we'll call this X and Y. So we can say that AB, line segment AB, bisects line segment XY. And bisect means it does intersect. They do share this point. But when it does, it cuts XY into equal portions. So bisect is to cross, cutting the other line that it's crossing, the line segment, into two equal portions. Bisect. Vertical tells you that the position of the line or line segment is up and down. Horizontal, now we're talking about a line or a line segment or array that's going side to side. And a diagonal is slanted. Lines can intersect, which means to cross. When they cross, of course, they share a common intersection point. That's where the traffic light would be. If lines cross in this way, perpendicular, then they form right angles. 90-degree angles are formed. This is how you would see most of the roads that when you drive. The intersections are usually at 90-degree angles, if they can be, because those are safer in order to have the flow of traffic. But occasionally you'll come into something like this where you have roads that cross when they're not 90 degrees, and those are more dangerous intersections. Parallel lines never cross, but they are on the same plane, which means the same flat surface. So if two roads are parallel, you'll have no intersections with those two roads. There would only be a way to get from this road to that one if you've had an intersection at some point and then turned onto the other road. But parallel lines are a lot like railroad tracks, actually. The side parts of a railroad track are also parallel. And you'd want them that way. They are the same distance apart, or the train would fall off the track. Skew lines never cross either, but they're not on the same flat plane like the parallel lines. Skew lines, perhaps I can draw like this. I draw a box representing a three-dimensional object. Okay, if we look at this line right here, this back line of the cube, the back, would never cross this line right here. This would be a front. Do you see how this line right here would scoot behind this line? One would be in front of the other. So that's a skew line. More vocabulary. Collinear refers to points. If points are collinear, they're in the same line. If you connected those points, they would form a line. But you see in the word itself, the word line, collinear. Coplanar points are on the same flat surface. So it would be like dishes on a table or checkers on a checkerboard. Coplanar. Please add these to your notes.